Hi guys, so today I will be talking about how I added $30,000 in annual recurring revenue to a client's business. And that business was Sitters Domain. It started as a coaching program for appointment sitters to get started, get on offers, all of that stuff. So I added like 30 additional clients with outbound. It was all with outbound without running any ads, doing any cold emails, things like that. It was and no sales calls. So most deals were closed just within the DMs, but we did leverage long form content, webinars, video sales letters, things like that. But mostly all the deals were closed within the DMs. So Sitters Domain, it is a community. Right now, it is a community slash program of appointment sitters. So it is mainly a B2C offer. So people who want to get started working as an appointment sitter, that program is for that. When I was doing outbound campaigns for that, what I focused on was what are the things I can leverage to get clients for this offer. And there are multiple things you can leverage, things that give you some sort of status delta. For this, the owner of status domain is Zach Schubert, who is the agency expert at Capital Club, and Luke Belmar, he runs Capital Club. He's a famous influencer in the space. So I'm promoting the status domain. Why would I not use this status delta? Like use this already existing authority. So I already know Luke Belmar, he runs Capital Club, which is a popular community for entrepreneurs, and there are multiple communities related to Luke Belmar, related to Capital Club on Discord, Telegram, everywhere. And if you don't understand what status delta is, it's basically why should I even listen to this person, or why should I even get your appointment setting program instead of like any others. And mostly it is explaining them that you are not a scammer, your program is legit. So for that, basically, I borrowed authority from Blue Capital Club, then Zach Schubert, him being the agency expert at Capital Club, and him being the owner of Setters Domain. So I use this in the outbound DM setting process to close deals just within the DMs. So that was one thing I was able to leverage. And then we also did webinars, also long form content, and the length of the webinars was like long 30 to 60 minutes plus, which were actually providing value. So mainly, as I said, what should your sales assets be like? So they should include, or they should solve all the questions or objections related to your program. So in appointment setting, it can be like, would I even get on appointment setting offers if I join your program? Like how, what is the probability of me getting on a job or an offer as an appointment setter? How much money can I be making? What type of offers do you have? Do you have a client board, and is there some sort of guarantee? So yeah, obviously, as when I did cold outbound, you need some sort of guarantee or a front end low commitment offer. So mostly when you're doing cold outbound, in more saturated niches on the front end, you need to have a low commitment offer for it to work exponentially better. So for this, they had like a free access to program for a week, so they can experience it, look at look at everything that is inside, and then they can decide if they want to continue or not. So it was very easy to convert the cold prospect to either join the webinar, or to directly get access to the free course community coaching program, and just have a look on everything, and then they can decide if they want to buy and actually be a part of it. So having a front end low commitment offer is really important, especially when you are in a B2C niche that is as competitive as like appointment setting. Everybody is running offers where they are selling their coaching program to help you get an appointment setting offers, things like that. Yeah, in the cold outbound, I would mostly get them to sign up within these communities. I would get them to sign up to the webinar, and after if all their objections are cleared, and if they know, like, and trust the sitters domain, they would just buy using my link, and that is how I would just close them within the DMs. And yeah, the main channels are used to get the leads. Now it is very easy for appointment setting. You can easily find leads for a B2C offer. Even if you're doing a B2C offer, you can do outbound in communities of appointment setters or communities. As I said, I was using whatever leverage I can use here. So I used communities where these people who run the program, they already have some sort of status delta. They already have some sort of trust. So it would be easy. So there are a lot of communities related to Luke Belmar, related to Capital Club, and who know that the owner Zach Schubert, he's affiliated with the Capital Club. Uh, he's an expert inside the Capital Club. So I leverage that. So there are a lot of communities. You can just search on Telegram, Capital Club, Luke Belmar. You can just find a lot of communities. And there you can find people who are interested in appointment setting. You can then sign them up to the webinar, and then they would buy the program. And it is that easy. Once you have leverage, either you have to build this leverage and status delta by getting a lot of calls, or content as I showed you in my last videos. Like even though hit it with content, but it was like mostly mass influence. It was not like targeted content. In B2B, you would have to do targeted content, long form videos to nurture them. You can even watch my last video that explains exactly how to do that. And then the cold messages that I would use, that were even that were like simple message. It was nothing complicated. So it was like, and now in the first message, this is also a good approach. So you can even use this when you are doing cold emails. So the first message, it is not like, do you want to be an appointment setter? So it is an indirect approach. So this is an indirect pitch, like, do you know someone who would be interested in learning appointment setting from scratch and make a few $1,000 per month? And then they would say, I don't know someone, or they might even say that, yeah, I know someone. This is him inside the group. You can message him, or they would say, but I would definitely be interested in. I am an appointment setter. I am not on any offers, so I am definitely interested in. Then I would funnel them to the webinar, or mostly most of the people I directly close them inside. They bought the coaching, and then they joined the community. And this, so this works very well. Even if you are like a recruiting company, you can do a direct pitch. Like, do you know someone who needs this? Do you know someone who needs this? This works in a lot of niches. As you are indirect, you are not direct with your approach. The second variant, I just added it here. I forgot it the last time. So the second variant, it would just be a direct pitch. Like the first variant is completely opposite of that. In the second variant, you can use multiple variants. If you want to test out different first messages for your offer, you can ask me for examples and I can send you. You can join the free community link in the description, where I can help you with your appointment setting offer and how to get more replies. So second variant would be the direct pitch. So direct pitch for the straight front end offer, it can be asking them if they are a setter looking for more opportunities. Then you would for sure get a response. Like if there is if someone is a setter and you're asking them if they are looking for a new role, you would definitely get a response. And then I would have a workflow for getting them to sign up to the webinar, where they talk about the solution to their problems or handle all their objections. Or mostly, as I said, I would directly close them then and there, as they already have some sort of trust on the owners, and I use that as leverage. But you don't need that all the time. You can create long form content assets to solve all of this. So you would not even have to do sales calls. Like you would be DM closing a lot of people if you focus on long form content, and if you do it correctly. Like every single thing that I talked about in the last video is dialed in. Like your tonality, the type of things you talk about, your ideation system, and you doing it consistently, you sending the videos to the right type of people. And this thing this thing also works really well in different niches. Now if you are if you are an agency that serves e-com brand owners, now this is a technique not a lot of people use. So in e-commerce, there are so in e-commerce, you can just go on Spotify and search e-com, and you will be able to. It would be in your local country, and you would be able to search for a lot of podcasts in your own country. You just find a podcast, and you go to their bio. I would check it here, and after you go to their bio, most probably they would also have a community. So if they have a community, you join that, or you just search this name on Instagram, and you scrape their followers, and you message all the people there. And in order to do that, I also have a process which is like, you can just scrape people like him. So all his followers, mostly they are ecom brand owners, and then you message them something like front end offer, low commitment offer. You have all that workflow, and then you are able to send a lot of messages. For that, I also have this video explaining how to automate outreach on Instagram. So the process I explained. So it in this video I don't explain how to use communities, but I explain how you can automate the sending of 500 to even thousands of messages daily, and this is the only way to do it. If you want access to this, you can just join the free community, and I will send you this video on the entire process of how you can send messages to like hundreds and thousands of people. Now we will get back to this. So why using this podcast or why using communities is better? Because if you join a community of e-com brand owners, they are already educated on the thing that you need to buy marketing services in order to succeed. Like I would give you an example in a different niche. So for example, painting, and if there are people, if there are painters in painting marketing groups, so these people, they are in a group that talks about marketing for painters. So when you open a call with them or when you message them, you don't have to educate them on the marketing, because the guy owning the group or them joining the group, it already communicates that they already know that marketing is important for painters. Most painters, they don't know that, but if someone has joined a group related to that, related to like digital marketing or marketing online, when you message them, you only have to educate them on buying the marketing services from you and not from anyone else. But if you randomly DM a painter, you would have to educate them on, because a lot of these painters, as I've worked in this niche, they don't even know what marketing is, what Facebook ads is. So you have to educate them on marketing Facebook ads, and then you have to educate them on buying that specifically from you. But when you join communities, these prospects are already nurtured. That is why this works really well. So if you find, like, I was able to add $30,000 in annual recurring revenue just using communities, and I only did this for a few months. I did not even did it for a long time. So if you use communities, that can be really powerful, because the people in there are already nurtured, and you don't have to do a lot of hard work that you have to do with cold prospects. Yeah, so that was about it. If you want these resources, like how to automate messages on Instagram or any social media platform, or if you have any doubts about anything in the process, or if you have any questions regarding appointment setting, building sales assets, you can just join the free Discord community in the group and ask me. Or if you want this sort of system implemented in your niche, like, I will find communities, I will hire appointment setters, I will run the automations for you and book you at least 10 to 30 pre-qualified, nurtured, pre-sold meetings. We would even be able to sell the meetings just in the DMs if your content assets are strong enough, and I can guarantee that. And if you don't get 10 to 30 pre-sold meetings, you don't have to pay me anything. So if you want a walkthrough of that, a free roadmap of how you can do it in 2 to 3 months and implement it for yourself, you can book a call. And even if you are not the right fit, you can have the entire roadmap for yourself. Was it in this video? See you in the next one.